Your environment is literally set up to distract you. You sit down to do something important, and within minutes, you're checking your phone, you're watching something, or you're doing anything except the thing that you plan to do. And it's frustrating because you actually want to be productive, but you just can't seem to stay focused. And then at the end of the day, you just feel like you've wasted so much time. And I've been there more times than I'd like to admit. If there's something I'm doing, it's either studying or working on my podcast. I would be procrastinating on one of those two. What does distraction look like for me? Scrolling on social media, binge watching YouTube, binge watching series or films or pornography and masturbation. It's literally any of those. My worst distraction phase, I have two. So let's talk about the first one. It will be scrolling because I'm scrolling. So I know I need to do my work, but I can't be bothered to do my work, or I'm feeling resistance to do my work. And then I would do something else, scroll, go get my phone. Literally it starts with the phone, and then scroll on social media or watch YouTube videos, literally anything to distract myself on my phone. And it got so bad that I would have planned, maybe I have a student society to go to in the evening and I really want to go. And I'd literally just miss my outing because I've been scrolling. That bad, guys. That bad. Or I'll just be extremely late. And it's just because I was scrolling on my phone, And now it's I feel like I'm scrolling in my mind. I'm oh my gosh, I should get up now and get ready. Then I'm oh, I don't want, I think social media is really addictive because how am I having conversations in my brain saying I should do this, but then I'm still stuck to my phone? I would be scrolling so much. It would go into the night and it would become AM. It would go from PM to AM. I'll be getting ready to go to bed and then maybe I'll say goodnight to my mum and then Instagram's open. So I'll go to Instagram. By the time I know it, I've just been scrolling. And it's 5 a.m. or it's 7 a.m. One time I scrolled until 7 a.m. And I was where did the time go? I don't understand. 7 a.m. And I had to get up for 9. That's bad. That is bad. So yeah, that's the worst phases for distraction in terms of scrolling. My second worst distraction phase. This is to do with an entirely different type of distraction. And this happens during, if you're a girl, you will know, just before your period, you go through something called ovulation. And that's when your hormones literally are just going up and down. And one symptom that you can notice is an increased sex drive. So I'm more likely, if instead of getting distracted by scrolling, I'm more likely to decide to go and watch porn and masturbate during this specific time of the month. And what did that look like? It would just look like once I'm done, I would be so upset with myself because why have I gotten distracted? How have I ended up here? And just irritation. I'm really annoyed with myself because I'm upset with myself and I want to distract myself from the upset that I'm feeling. I will then go in now, scroll social media and then scroll YouTube, binge YouTube, or go and watch something. Yeah. And it just looks like absolute no control and avoiding my mum's messages because my mum's my accountability partner. And it's I don't want to confess to her, that I've fallen short. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel especially with pornography and masturbation, for me, it literally just paralyzes my progress and just stagnates me because I feel it's definitely spiritual. There's something spiritual about it because it stops me from moving forward and it creates a brain fog, So yeah, those are my worst distraction phases. Right. I thought I'd mention that to you for it to help you. And the truth is distraction is literally just avoidance and it's escaping discomfort and it's self-sabotage. It really is self-sabotage in disguise. You're self-sabotaging your future life, your dreams. During my worst procrastination, distraction phase. I was just like locked up in my room. And then I got out of that phase. I got out of the dark hole. Like I was going through a really rough time. And I was like, crap, I have to study because I had midterm essays. So then I went to the library, and it didn't occur to me that people had been studying the entire time I was in my low time. It just kind of like the library was packed with diligent, hardworking students. And in my mind, I was just like, so all this time being up in your bed, throwing yourself a pity party, being distracted, numbing yourself with distractions while your peers have been studying hard. I was like, oh my gosh, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Like, do you want to have a family? Like, where do you want to be in your career? Because every time you distract yourself, you are self-sabotaging your entire life, because that's you stagnating progress that you could be making in your work. And you need to progress in your work in order to get things like money. Like money is a tool you need in this life. When you stop getting distracted, you're able to do your work, and you're also able to just sit and think, like actually have deep thoughts and clarity. Because if you're always distracting yourself with your phone or whatever your distraction is, you're numbing yourself and you're not actually giving yourself the room to think about really important future decisions. One thing I think about is like when my mum gets old, I want to be able to look after my mum. Like, I want my mum to live with me. I wouldn't want my mum to go in a care home. Like, I would want to make sure that my mum's getting the best care she can, like the best care ever, you know? So I think just thinking about my mum getting old, I have a young mum, but like when she does get old, I want to be able to like care for her. It's important to understand that you don't need more discipline. You honestly just need fewer distractions. When you have fewer distractions, it means you have nothing else to do but to actually do your work. Like, there's nothing else to do. Like, literally, I found once I deleted everything from my phone. There's literally nothing on my phone. There's nothing on my phone. Nothing. And it's like, I was so used to distracting myself. I started binge reading BBC News, you know, and it just kind of goes to show how I had programmed myself and trained my brain to be seeking dopamine hits. Because imagine binging BBC News, you know, that's how much I wanted some comfort or some distraction. So I also deleted BBC News. Can you imagine? It just makes you force yourself to do work. If you're struggling with this, you're not lazy. You've just been surrounded by distractions and overwhelm for such a long time. Like, we literally grew up with distractions. Was I an iPad kid? I don't know if I was an iPad kid. I know I'm Gen Z. Does that make me an iPad kid? Or is that Gen Alpha? I don't know. But anyways, like we've grown up with social media for sure. I grew up with, like my mum had a BlackBerry phone and the first iPhone. But like, yeah, definitely like I've been a teenager. I'm 19 now, and like social media is very much alive. But like we've grown up with distractions and overwhelm for so long that it feels normal to us. But once you fix that and get rid of the distractions, you'll realize you're actually capable of so much more than you think you are.